Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yeah, good, Jace. How you going, mate? All right.
Good. Welcome everybody to the another week of Pop
Another
Culture
week.
Live.
Right.
Another
Flying through
week,
the week.
Rick. Yeah,
Can't believe it.
yeah. Nah, it's gone kind of really quick. You know what? We're gonna wait a minute or two and let people kind of join in.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, Rick, there was something that occurred
What's
to
going
me earlier. You know, I'm looking over my Blu-ray collection, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at them and I'm going, you know, and me and Josh start talking about how we don't buy Blu-rays anymore, you know. That
Yeah, we've had this conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm saying, I will still keep getting the Marvel films. I'll keep buying them. And then it occurred to me today that I will never have a complete Marvel collection, no matter what.
Why's that?
Because everything they release on Disney Plus is
They're
never
not
going to be released on physical media. And as a completionist, I know that would drive you nuts, knowing that.
My OCD will kick in and I'll just be like, no,
Yeah,
it's wrong. I'll send letters to Disney on my release of. Yeah. Oh,
What have you been watching this week?
Oh
no, sorry. Okay, no. Hang on. You didn't think of that. It only occurred.
No,
to me
you know, it only occurred to me until you just said that. Because we were talking about, DVDs, Blu-rays, and all that. But yeah, no, you're completely right. Yeah,
you'll never have a complete.
They'll never do it
because they'll never release them. But, good times.
Yeah, great. Thanks. Now I've got to sell all my Blu-rays now.
Yeah, basically. So who? I don't know. I'll see you at the local markets, mate, with them all on the plastic tape. $2, yellow $2 stickers. Yeah, what have you been watching this week? Because
what have I been watching?
We obviously watched the obvious. We watched WandaVision, which our live after show, episode 3, which I still think was. I watched that about 3 times. I still think that's the best. That's the best kind of episode they've had so far.
I've just got a comment from Jared.
Yeah, I'm saying that. That's what distracted me. Do I have Pirates? I do, actually. I reckon I only own the first one.
There's a reason why Jared put that. He tends to have like multiple copies of Pirates of the Caribbean.
He does.
He does. He's got like so many different copies on DVD. Like the same. But anyway.
There you go, Rick. Now, look, this week we watched WandaVision. I watched a really good Aussie movie that I want to plug called The Merger. Made a couple of years ago. Oh, it's this great little Aussie movie about a bloke who the whole town hates him because he shut down the wood mill, whatever. But he was an ex-footballer, an AFL footballer. Oh, okay. So it's one of those movies where he starts to coach the local footy club and he gets all these people that have come overseas and gets them to join the footy club, people who've never played sport before. It's one of those, good feeling kind of underdog sports movies, but with the AFL as the background. And I thought it was quite good. Like, I recommend it if you want to find it. I watched it on Netflix called The Merger. No, was it Netflix or Binge? One of the two. Sorry, guys. But a great movie. Yeah, good Aussie movie about, ex-footballer who's hated by his town, who coaches the local team, and it's pretty funny stuff.
Did you speak about that in one of our top 5s or something? I remember.
No, not The Merger. Not The Merger. The Merger I hadn't seen before.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
AFL thing sounded a bit familiar.
He's an ex-AFL footballer who shattered his leg, and in the grand final, the run out to the grand final. So, it was a good fun movie. So I definitely kind of recommend that this week. Was one of the but the other thing I watched this week, and you've got to get on this, is The Stand.
Oh, that's Whoopi Goldberg.
I don't know what. Sorry. Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah. A lot of really good people. Amber Heard, believe me. She's great in that, Amber Heard, actually. But look, fantastic so far. I'm absolutely loving it. I wasn't expecting much from it, so it's exceeded my expectations. I got in on it late. My wife had been watching it before I had, but great show. Highly recommend The Stand if you can get a hold of that. I think that's on Stan too, isn't it? Or Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Thanks for that, Rick. But how about you? What have you consumed? Anything good or not?
No, I'm gonna hit. Well, we've got a Australia Day tomorrow, so we've got a public holiday tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing a bit of binge watching. I'm going to finish Cobra Kai. I know you've
tomorrow. I smashed that. Incredible season, great show. If you have, oh my god, Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is so much better than the movies. And you know what? Talking about Cobra Kai, sorry to interrupt. Karate Kid 3, I watched that last week too, and that was great. Yeah, fantastic.
Diego,
watch Cobra Kai. Yeah.
Diego.
Hi, Diego, one of our regulars. How you doing, mate?
Good.
Yep. Go on. What else?
Who else? What else did I watch? Oh, I don't know if you've seen that. It's a cartoon series, Big Mouth. Have you ever watched that?
Yeah, I have. I've watched the first season and a half. Very fun.
Yeah. So I finished watching season 4 they've just released.
Yeah,
so
I gotta
hammer into that. Oh, I absolutely love that show. So funny. It is just yeah. So get into that, and nothing really at the moment.
All right.
Obviously just WandaVision and
Again, we were doing live after shows, which are a lot of fun every Friday night.
Get on it, guys.
At 7:30. Yeah. I mean, it kind of forces people to kind of watch it straight away, but you know, that's the way it is. But definitely, get on it. All right, now let's get moving some of these stories.
What have we got today, mate? What are we talking about?
I'm going to talk about, Rick. We're going to get a little bit serious here about a couple of stories, but I think it's worth talking about them.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get here. And the first one, it starts off a little bit of a bummer because, well, how many times do things keep moving? And that is A Quiet Place Part 2. Yep. Something I was anticipating quite a lot. Has moved for the third time, I believe. So just because of the situation overseas, it originally was moved. I mean, it was supposed to be April 2020.
Yeah.
It then got moved to September 4, 2020. Wow. It then got moved to April 23rd, 2021, and now has been moved to September 17, 2021. So, as we know, James Bond moved again. Morbius moved a whole year. I mean, it's just absolutely it's not the end of it, Rick. I think the last man standing will probably be Disney at this point. And if they move, everybody's going to move. If Disney
they're saying that Disney's pretty much firm at this point, but you just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen.
And it's it's affecting. Obviously, the big victims here are not only the fans. But Rick, you got to think about the movie theaters here. The places that we went to actually see these films are really struggling, and of course, because things have changed, and we've now got new streaming services that are out fighting strong to keep the audience's attention through this time. Warner Media's HBO Max movie move sinks exhibition stocks.
Wow.
Throws down streaming gauntlet. So what that basically means is Wall Street basically saying the stocks of all these theaters not say Hoyts in Australia, but I think AMC in America and some of the bigger cinema, things like that. There's no way, they're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So, AMC Entertainment's probably one of their biggest ones. The biggest and most financially strapped was down 16% on top of, this is kind of like monthly reports. IMAX fell 8%. Basically, what's happening is the streamers, because when you think about it, HBO Max, we're talking about The Matrix 4, we're talking about The Suicide Squad, we're talking about Dune, we're talking about big blockbusters that now you don't have to go out to the cinema and see. And now they're going, same day as the cinema, you'll be able to watch them at home. Well, who's going to go out to the cinema and see it, Rick? No one. And so what does that mean for you and me? That means for you and me that's going to affect things, because if America starts shutting down movie theaters, Australia's close.
Yeah.
All right. And what do you do then? That is the cinema experience. Almost gone, Rick. Dead. In our lifetime, would you have ever thought that we were would even be close to such a thing?
Oh, no.
But this is how serious it's getting.
I mean, here in Australia, the cinemas are open. We're in a very good position here in Australia with everything, obviously with COVID, considering what's happening around the world. But like you said, I mean, it's the experience for us, and we enjoy it. I mean, we've been going to the movies together for, what?
20, 21, 22 years, something like that.
22, yeah, you know, and for this to happen, it would be just absolutely devastating for us.
Well, for movie cinemas have been around 100 years.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, it's pretty insane to think that some of these chains might not survive. It's going to be a whole new situation, you know, coming forward, and it gets worse, Rick. It gets. I mean, this is more evidence of what we're saying and how much threat there is. The box office report for the weekend stated that the Liam Neeson star of The Marksman won top spot with $2 million. $2
million is nothing.
Okay, let's reframe this. The biggest box office weekend of all time, Rick. Do you know what movie that was? Take a guess.
Not Titanic.
No, take a guess. Come on, it hasn't been that long ago.
Biggest box office
weekend of, sorry?
Endgame?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Endgame. $257 million on a weekend. And right now, theaters are pulling in $2 million. Well, wow. That's not the theaters, that's the studios, but the theaters have got to get their slice of that pie. So this is how poorly they're doing, Rick.
That's terrible. That's just
I'm serious, mate. I'm not mucking around here. This could be the death of cinema. You know, as we know it. Yeah, I'm not saying there will be no movie theaters around, and I'm sure something will be born from it, you know. But it's really that idea of having this kind of every year the blockbuster season, going to see these gigantic films and taking that for granted. It's gone. It's gone. You know, and you got to think about consumer confidence. Okay, everyone gets the vaccine. Everyone's still going to be feeling a bit uncomfortable to go back into these places where you're sitting with strangers for long periods of time, breathing the same air. I just don't know.
Yeah.
You know, at the moment,
you know,
it ends one or two ways, Rick. Consumer confidence is back, and people start going to the movies, and they start releasing the movies, or it's just streaming. It's just streaming. I just think that's the only way it's kind of going to move forward. You know, if they can work out a business model to get people to pay for these movies, if they're willing to pay a bit more on top of their streaming fee, then that is it, isn't it? I mean, you know what? What's the minimum average size television these days? I've got a 65-inch.
65?
But I would say 75 is a lot. A lot of people got 75s now.
Yeah. And how cheap the TVs?
Exactly. So, you know, we're getting to the point where creating that home theater experience is, you know, it's going to be so close. It's going to be really hard for this thing to survive. But I don't want to be a bummer the whole weekend, the whole show about the whole week and weekend. Yeah. Hey, China's had it good, though. I mean, if you have a look at this, China box office had $8 million for the weekend, which is actually really good for them. So isn't that weird when the Chinese box office is 4 times doing better than the US?
That's incredible.
That's a big market. That's a huge market for American films now. Obviously, China. They make a lot of money overseas. And so, you know, if anything, it might be countries like China and India and that who may keep the cinema experience open, at least in those countries. I mean, the Indian film industry is ginormous. You know, huge.
The Bollywood side of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crazy.
Absolutely. But yeah, there you go. Look, I think it needs to be talked about, to be honest with you guys, that about what's really going on here, because I think we're watching a situation unfold in front of us. I want things to change into a situation where there is a viable business model to keep these things kind of going. But blockbuster entertainment, is it enough to keep the cinemas open all the time? Or do you need the tier 2, tier 3 movies to be going into the cinema to drag the clientele back in?
We just got Diego placed a comment regarding this, what we were just talking about.
I believe we'll have a better picture of the way the movie theaters are going to adapt to post-pandemic reality around June or July. Look, that's probably best case scenario, Diego. Let's be, I mean, like, yeah, I'm sounding a real bummer tonight, and I don't mean to. has got music strains out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but you're right. We will know the reality around July, August, maybe even as well. So let me make this very clear, though. I'm rooting to be 100% wrong in everything I'm talking about. I want nothing more than to go back to the way it was, because it was awesome. We loved it. We loved it. You know, normally we'd be talking about the US box office weekend. You know, that was one of the ideas for the shows, to do it like this. And every Monday, you know, do the box office.
Yeah,
normally you're looking at a $40-50 million weekend on the bad months, but normally, you know, 6-7 months out of the year, there's always $100 million weekend somewhere, you know, a couple of times a month. So, yeah, very, very different kettle of fish. But anyway, Rick, have you got any good news for us this week?
You know, wow, following that, Jace, my story is not good. It is sad news. But just before we get into it, Yoga, did you have a comment before we were doing the intro? He was speaking for into anime, Jace.
Not really. I'm not really. I mean, I don't hate it in any way. I've just never invested the time. Look, my anime experience is very old school, like Ghost in the Shell, Akira, that type of generation of type of the big ones, you know what I mean? I mean, but Dr. Stone, don't know what that is, but if the new season's looking great, get on it.
Check it out for sure.
All right, yeah, mate. All right, so, okay, your story, Rick.
My story. Well, yeah, like I said, bit of sad news happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
The longtime host of the Larry King Live on CNN had passed away, obviously, at the age of 87. You know, he had a huge career, over 25 years, interviewing, you know, presidents and celebrities, you name it, he did it. Over that period, I think it was 6,000 episodes, because he retired in 2010. In his time, he did 50,000 interviews, which is just crazy. And, you know, and he got some really controversial interviews, and people that, you know, didn't want to interview, but that he got it, and he was a very well-respected talk show host. And, yeah, just some sad news. He actually died of COVID, which is the sad thing about it. He was, you know, he had a lot of health issues over the years. You know, he had a heart attack, and he had a bypass and so forth like that over the years in the 80s. But yeah, just died of COVID, which is the saddest thing. So I'm not sure. A lot of tributes around the world. And
what does Siri say about that?
Yes. Yeah. But was that Siri?
Siri going on?
Yeah. Siri said yes. No. But yeah. So very, very sad. And he'll be sadly missed in that.
Yeah. But he had a great way to kind of sum up his career, Rick. He said, you know, part of his success was the fact that he knew that if he was talking, he wasn't learning.
Yeah.
And how fantastic is that? I absolutely love that. That was just amazing.
He's a very
that is that's a real bummer, dude. Like, what a bummer show.
If you want to see a really cool video on Larry King, just Google it. He does him and Jimmy Kimmel. There's an interview that Jimmy Kimmel does with him, and Larry talks about his childhood when he was in year 9 and how he sold his friend who went away for a year, sold his friend to the school saying that he had died, and they made money off of it. It's the funniest. Yeah, it's hilarious. Very, very cool story, but yeah, really, really cool. So yeah, Google that if anyone hasn't. So yeah.
We have got to do something here, Rick. This is the most depressing show we've done so far. So you sent me a couple of videos.
I did. Yes.
2 days ago. So I think we're gonna. I've not watched these. I don't know what these are about.
Okay. Yep,
I've got them in the order that you've said to have them in.
Yes. So
yes.
They lead into
Okay, let's have a look here. All right, I'll make this large.
So this is
just go for it,
Or just play it? Okay.
No,
it's quite self-explanatory when you play it. Yeah.
You know, they say the holidays are a time for forgiveness.
And if we're being honest, the two of us have a lot to be sorry for. Truce is not friendship.
It's war.
Ryan started it.
Hugh Jackman here.
No one like you.
He's just an evil person. Wow. Yeah. Hugh, forgive me for exposing you for the monster that you truly are.
Yes, and to everyone but Ryan, please forgive me for even engaging with someone of his emotional maturity.
You know what? Forgiveness sucks. Let's let the people pick a winner.
Perfect. This holiday, when you shop at Sam's Club, you can side with me and not only affirm Ryan is the canned cranberry source of human beings, but you'll also contribute to the Laughing Man Foundation, which helps coffee farming communities around the world.
Or you can side with me to send a message that, like mistletoe, Hugh just makes things awkward. And Sam's Club will help me support efforts to provide compassionate care to sick children through the Sick Kids Foundation.
So I guess the holidays aren't about forgiveness after all.
No, as always, it's an emotional brawl with friends, loved ones, also hated ones.
Right, yeah. Visit samsclub.com, The Feud.
Okay, all right.
So it's a charity thing that they're doing, which was done in December. Now they've done, the next video is they've announced the winner.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get this big going and let's have a look at this one. And so this is the sequel.
This is the winner, yeah.
Okay.
For the past 2 months, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have brought their feud to Sam's Club for a good cause. The Laughing Man Foundation and Sick Kids Foundation. And it's finally time to announce the winner. Hey, Hugh.
Oh, hey, Kath. Hey, how's it going?
I'm calling with the results from the feud at Sam's Club, and you won.
Oh, that is amazing news. Thank you so much, Kath. Oh, my God. Honestly, it was an honor. Everyone at the Laughing Man Foundation is going to be so happy. Thank you.
I wasn't officially going for the Australian, but I gotta tell you, it's a pretty good outcome.
Well, honestly, I'm so grateful. Did you tell Ryan yet?
No, that's my next call.
Got it. You've done enough. All right, I got this one.
Oh, thank you. He's a handful, that one.
Honestly, it will be my pleasure.
Thanks, Hugh. See you.
Bye, Kath.
Bye.
Hey, Hugh. You lost the Sam's Club thing. I won. Everyone hates you. Bye.
His face.
Yeah. They keep their charming little thing going.
It's fantastic what they do. It's the funniest thing, mate. They are just great. Right,
wow. There we go. I think we missed a comment from earlier. I just want to rock a comment. Oh, Carson Maitland-Smith. He's been following us for a long time. G'day, mate. How are you? You guys going to wear the new Wiggle shirts from Myers? Well, I wasn't planning on buying one, but I'll tell you what. If someone gives me one, I'll wear it. I'll wear it on the show. So, but if I was to pick a color out of these colors here, what color Wiggle would you pick?
Well, yellow is what's her name? Emma. So
okay, look, I don't know who is who these days.
Okay.
Well, I don't have small kids. I got a 25.
Good point.
My 25-year-old and my 20-year-old are watching the Wiggles. I got some issues. So yeah. So like, okay, forget it. You have to be a Wiggle. What color do you pick?
Oh, I'd go red.
You go red?
Yeah.
What
did you go? Red?
Go blue, of course.
Go blue?
Yeah. Why not? I think you look good in a turtleneck too.
Maybe I'll wear one next week.
Buying one
this Friday. I'll wear one.
Thanks for your support, Carson. I know you watch
appreciate it
a lot, mate. Really, really, really appreciate it. All right, well, that's it. We're done. Out. What's wrong?
Check out our video we did this morning. Our trailer reaction. Yes.
We should definitely be plugging the trailer reaction. That was quite good. And to go over that trailer again, it was
so good.
It was great thing. So yeah, if you click over here, sorry, I was delaying there by saying great thing. Yeah, you can see some of our videos and you can see there it is there. Go check it out on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Which absolutely, guys. It It looks like it's going to be the best Godzilla movie they made. I hated the first one. The second one was better.
Yeah.
Liked Kong Skull Island. Did like that movie
good.
quite a lot.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Looking forward to this one.
Oh, yeah. We're looking forward to seeing it in the cinemas.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, and also WandaVision this
Friday
night as well.
Yeah.
Look, we are absolutely filming stuff in the shed in the studio. We've been still kind of throwing ourselves into this quite a bit at the moment. We are going to get there. We're just building up shows, but we'll certainly be soon enough to start to get shows out of the new studio, basically. And which will be really, really, really fun and exciting. So, that's about it. Rick, is there anything you want to plug? Our merchandise, our social medias?
Guys, everyone knows what to do. You guys just got to follow us on all our social sites, our Instagram, our Facebook, YouTube. We are starting a bit more on Twitch now. We do these live shows that are on Twitch. So we're going to get more heavily involved into Twitch, guys. Obviously, our merchandise as well. There's links down below in the description as well. Click on that, and if you follow us on our Facebook, just hit the shop button, and that will get you to our merch. You can buy t-shirts and mugs with me and Jace on them.
Yeah, and look, I'll be honest with you, as the designer of all our merch, it's probably time. We'll start making some 2021 new merchandise coming up soon. Not that any of the stuff on the sites, it's fantastic stuff. We'll keep plugging some more stuff through, and absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'm checking out. I'm going. I'm going to go play. Actually, I think I'm going to play some of this. This is Donkey.
What have you been playing on that?
Donkey Kong. So this is Donkey Kong 2, or Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah. Because how many games are you on that, Jace?
3,500 games on that machine. Anything that was made from 75, 76, all the way through to the early 2000s, arcade-wise, are on that machine.
Insane. That's insane.
Yeah. It's like a component. So it's not. Look, I looked into buying. I wanted an arcade machine.
Yeah.
And I went, well, you know what? There's no one game that I could just go, I just want that one game. And when I saw this, I'm like, I got to get on this. I mean, it's got all the games there for it.
Yeah.
So you can, and you can play whatever you want. And I love that, and I find it a good de-stressor.
You've got a very good connection with it though, because you were a big gamer back then. The memories and everything.
A lot of time in arcade. Arcade. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's just the 80s kind of generation, but I did. I spent a lot of time in arcade, and especially so I was there for, I reckon, about 81, 82 to about 91, 92, 10 years there. I mean, massive gamer, massive arcade gamer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Nowadays.
So it just took me an extra 30 years to be able to afford to buy myself one.
In the old machines. But now, I mean, there's not much around, you got a few little arcades, but nothing what it used to be.
Hey, look, I'm a big modern gamer as well, and I want to do some more stuff in the channel regards to that. I think gaming, there's a lot of stuff I play, and I'm playing Breath of the Wild again at the moment. Fantastic game. Big Nintendo Switch guy. I've got a PS4. Son's got a PS5, but there's no way I'm getting that out of his fingers. And I haven't figured out how to stream this. The only thing I could do is potentially play it, but my back would be to
do it.
Yeah. So I got to figure out how to do that, because I'd love to do some of these old retro games, like little live streams of that. Depends if anyone's interested in watching them or not. So, but
they're all
and I'll definitely do requests if people got games that they remember that would love to see again. I'm happy to play it. Just name it.
You'd be surprising how much.
You might go, I remember this one game. Yeah, man. Most likely I have it. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great little machine, mate. So love it.
Look, it's been something it was the one thing I rewarded myself with the last few months, and mate, not disappointed. I absolutely love it. Yeah, NBA Jam's still one of my favorites. So I'm always.
Me too.
Yeah, there's a game called Bomb Jack, which I absolutely adore. Very simple game. To everything. Knights of the Round, which was fantastic. There's just from everything from Gauntlet to The Simpsons to 1942 to Moon Patrol, everything is awesome on this thing. So yeah.
You finished a couple of games?
Yeah, I have. Obviously with this button here, I can put as many credits as I want.
Yeah.
But but I have got a coin slot where you can actually put.
That's when his friends come over. He charges.
Yeah. Now 20-cent pieces. We'll take. Well, in Australia, it was instead of a quarter in America, we would have a 20-cent piece, and games you either 20 cents or 40 cents when I was growing up. So. So it's got a coin slot for that, but I don't use that. But you realize how bad I am now, but how expensive these games would have been.
That's how they were programmed.
I mean, if you look at like I said, I play a lot of modern games, and I appreciate the skill set you have to have as a modern gamer. But I'm telling you now, the skill level you need to get through something like even that game there, I mean, I'd challenge anyone.
Has Josh played some games on that? Because
it's not really his cup of tea.
No.
They're playing around with it a little bit, but it's not their thing,
Yeah.
But I see it for what it is, and it's for me, it's more than just nostalgia. Sometimes it is about at skill level, those precise moments, and I think arcade games still have a really good life in them. It's just a shame that. I play Legend of Zelda, which is a video game by all intents and purposes, but an open world, giant, never ending, if you don't want it to be, video game versus an arcade, which is very linear. You've got to hit an objective, and that's that. So, yeah.
There
you go, mate.
I love it, mate. That's it. No
Fantastic.
worries.
Well, let's bag and tag this for another week. See you Friday night, Rick.
Friday night, mate. Yes.
Everybody. And have a good one. Let's
Thanks,
get out of here.